Shackleton, the greatest survival story ever told. In the vast white emptiness of Antarctica, where temperatures fall below -40 degrees Celsius and storms strike without warning, one man and his crew faced the impossible, and lived to tell the tale. This is the story of Sir Ernest Shackleton, a story of endurance, loyalty, leadership, and the sheer will to survive against all odds. In 1914, as the world marched into the chaos of World War I, an Irish-born British explorer named Ernest Shackleton prepared to launch the most ambitious expedition in polar history, to cross the Antarctic continent on foot, from sea to sea, through the uncharted South Pole. He never succeeded in that mission. Instead, he accomplished something far greater. His ship would be swallowed by ice. His crew would be stranded for nearly 2 years in one of the planet's harshest environments. And yet, not a single man died. To this day, Shackleton's leadership is studied in universities, military academies, and business schools around the world. This is how they survived. Chapter 1, The expedition begins. Shackleton's ship, Endurance, set sail in August 1914 with 27 men and 69 sled dogs. Their goal was heroic, their spirits high, and their ambitions limitless. But Antarctica had other plans. By January 1915, the Endurance entered the Weddell Sea, notorious for its shifting pack ice. Before long, the ship was trapped, locked in a frozen prison. They were now at the mercy of the ice. Chapter 2, Trapped by the White Continent. For nearly 10 months, the Endurance drifted helplessly, carried by ice currents. Shackleton refused to let panic spread. He created strict routines to maintain morale. Daily physical exercise. Regular duties for every man. Group meals and even entertainment nights. The key to survival in extreme environments, Shackleton knew, was psychological resilience. But on October 27, 1915, the ice finally crushed the Endurance. The wooden ship groaned, twisted, and broke apart. Shackleton gave the order, abandon ship. They were now stranded on the drifting ice, hundreds of miles from help, with no radio, no hope of rescue, and winter approaching. Chapter 3, The Long March on Ice. The crew set up camp on a shifting ice floe they called Ocean Camp. They rationed food. Seal meat. Penguin meat. Biscuits. A small amount of preserved rations. They melted ice for water and used dog sleds to move supplies. Attempts to march over the pack ice failed, the ice was too rough and fractured. So they drifted, for months. By April 1916, the ice beneath them began to break apart. Shackleton made a bold decision: they would take to the lifeboats. Their destination, Elephant Island, 800 kilometers away, a desolate rock in the subantarctic. After 7 horrendous days at sea, battling freezing spray, hunger, and exhaustion, they reached Elephant Island, the first solid land after 497 days trapped on ice. But no one knew they were there. No search party was coming. They were still on the edge of the world. Chapter 4, The Journey of the James Caird. Shackleton's only hope was to send a small group in one of the lifeboats, the James Caird, to reach a whaling station on South Georgia Island, 1,300 kilometers across the stormiest seas on Earth. It was a near-suicidal mission. Shackleton selected 5 men. They strengthened the lifeboat with wood and canvas, packed limited rations, and set off on April 24, 1916. For 16 days, they sailed through hurricane-force winds, rogue waves, and freezing temperatures. Navigating by sextant, Frank Worsley, the captain, made one of the greatest navigational feats in maritime history. On May 10, they sighted land, South Georgia. But they landed on the remote side. The whaling station was on the opposite coast, and the interior was mountainous, unmapped, and deadly. Still, Shackleton pushed on. For 36 hours straight, with no sleep, Shackleton, Worsley, and Crean crossed glaciers, climbed peaks, and descended icy slopes, without proper climbing gear. They finally reached the whaling station at Stromness. When the weathered, frostbitten men walked in, the whalers were speechless. Chapter 5: The Rescue. Shackleton's mission wasn't over. He had promised, "I will bring all my men back alive." He attempted rescue after rescue, 3 times turned back by ice. Finally, on August 30, 1916, Shackleton reached Elephant Island aboard the Chilean vessel Yelcho. The men on Elephant Island rushed to the shore. Someone shouted, "Are we all well?" Shackleton called back, "All safe, all well." Not one of his 27 crew had died. How they survived: Shackleton's techniques. 1. Ironclad leadership. Shackleton kept morale high, stayed calm, and made decisions quickly. He never showed despair. 2. Psychological routines. He structured every day with meals, tasks, and small celebrations to prevent hopelessness. 3. Adaptability. He constantly adjusted plans. When the ship was lost, the goal shifted from conquering Antarctica to saving the crew. 4. Team unity. Shackleton placed difficult personalities in his own tent to prevent conflict. 5. Use of natural resources. They hunted seals and penguins, melted ice for water, and used blubber for fuel. 6. Bold risk-taking. The voyage of the James Caird was a last-chance gamble, but a calculated one. How long were they trapped? Shackleton's crew was stranded for about 21 months. January 1915, ship trapped. October 1915, ship destroyed. April 1916, escape by lifeboats. August 1916, final rescue. Nearly 2 full years in the most hostile place on Earth. The legacy of Shackleton. Shackleton's story is more than a tale of survival, it's a blueprint for leadership. His legacy includes one of the greatest survival feats in history. Extraordinary leadership examples studied in business, military, and crisis management fields. The value of resilience, courage, and hope. Numerous books, documentaries, and expeditions inspired by his journey. His famous motto: "Difficulties are just things to overcome." Today, Shackleton is remembered not for reaching the South Pole, but for something far greater: protecting every life under his command. In a world obsessed with glory and achievement, Shackleton proved that true greatness lies not in conquering nature, but in protecting each other against it. His expedition never achieved its intended goal, but it became the most astonishing survival story in human history. Against the crushing ice of Antarctica, Shackleton showed what leadership, courage, and human spirit can accomplish, even when everything else is lost. We hope you have enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching.